Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nonhlanhla, and if you've been here, thank you so much for coming back. I hope that you are going to enjoy today's video. So you guys, today I am just going to tell you guys how to sell on Takealot. I'm quickly going to go through, I think I made about 8 points. I'm quickly going to just run through that process of when you are first time seller on Takealot, or if you are interested and you would like to sell on Takealot. Let's just go ahead and go and talk about the first step. All right, so the first thing obviously would be you need to know what you want to sell. All right, okay, so you need to decide on what you want to sell, and I know that most people would want to first start with what they're passionate about, with what they love doing, and all those nice and fancy stuff. But I feel like for Takealot, it's a little bit different. Of course, you can sell something that you're passionate about, something that you like. For instance, what I am selling, which is beauty products, not beauty content, beauty products. So you can do that. But what is important in you deciding is that there is a list of all the products. I'm just not sure if it's available to the public or if it's only available to people that are already on Takealot. So if it is not available for the public, I am happy to share with you guys. If you are interested, I can share you the list of all the products that are in demand. So what Takealot does is they recommend the products. So they put together a document that is divided into departments and into sub sections, so which is sub departments, that will explain to you what is selling, what departments or types of products that do not have a lot of sellers that are selling on that, and there's a lot of demand from their customers. And this information is coming from their system, so they know exactly what is on demand, what products has less people that are selling it. So I would highly recommend for you to first go through that document before you decide on what to sell. Or if you have something that you would like to sell, just check if it's something that is on demand. Just check if it's something that there is few sellers that are already selling it on Takealot. Then you can go for those things, because at the end of the day, we all want to make money, and you don't want to go through all this trouble for you to not make money. Okay, so once you have decided on, okay guys, I'm going to look down because I've got my notes here in front of me. But then once you have decided on what you want to sell, the next thing is you're gonna need to have pictures. So you need to have pictures of all the products that you want to sell, because for the next step you are going to need the pictures. And at this point, it doesn't matter the quality, it doesn't matter where you get them or anything like that, as long you have the products that you want to sell as proof that these are the things. And I think the whole purpose for Takealot to want to request the pictures is to make sure that you have the products. So that would mean that once you have decided this is what you want to sell, and then you need to know where you're going to source the stuff, how long does it take for the supplier to provide or to ship to you, because that will influence then how you supply your customers. So then once you have those pictures, then the next step would be to go on their online portal and apply. So for you to apply, you don't have to be a registered business, but I would say that if you can, just go and register a business or use your business that is registered, because then from there you can grow your business from that portal and then outside. If you want to create a website, or if you want to just grow your business and introduce packaging, then you already have the name, other than you join and you introduce your products, and then now you have to later change the packaging and change the name, and then that might confuse your customers, and then it might also affect people that are going back for your products, because people would be searching for your name. All right, so once you apply on the system, Takealot takes usually about 3 to 5 days to come back to you and say, are you approved or not approved? But in most cases, you'll get approved. I've heard of people that were not approved and they had to sort of like go back several times. But in my case, I got approved the first time I applied, which I was very happy. And I must say I was very shocked, because I heard of bigger businesses that were declined and they had to sort of like do a back and forth until they got approved. But let's cross fingers that you apply the first time and you get approved. So once you get approved on the system, then there comes the challenging part, which is what I think most people get stuck on, and most people give up on this stage. So the next stage would be for you to attend an online training. The online training, guys, is so intense. The online training is a lot. The online training requires a lot of your time, especially if you are doing this part-time and you are working and you are doing other things. It's going to be very, very tricky. It's going to be very challenging, but I promise you this training is worth it. And don't make the mistake that I did of just attending the training so that I can pass, so that I can start selling, because whatever that they are teaching you there is stuff that you are going to need when you are selling. So it's very, very much important to sit there and just attend like a proper class and make sure that you understand. And then when you later do the assessments, which is what is going to determine if then you are ready to sell on the platform. So without this training and without you completing the assessments after the training, you're not going to be able to start selling right away, even though you are approved, but you still need, this is a requirement for you to start selling. So when we are while we are still there, please remember, make sure that when you are doing the training, you give yourself enough time, you understand, you don't just do it to finish it, you do it to understand, because later you are going to need that. Right. Okay, so the next step, once you now you have attended the training, you have been approved, you have your pictures, and then now you're going to need to go back and review the pictures now, the pictures that you sent. So they have requirements for the pictures. They have a size of the picture that you need to upload. So the system will not allow you to upload certain sizes of the picture. They have like a standard size of the picture. You also going to have to review your quality. So Takealot really wants high quality pictures with a solid white background. So for instance, if the pictures that you were using were from your supplier or were from other people, then you're gonna need to go back now and find pictures that are of high quality, that are showing the focus onto the product. For instance, if you are selling curtains, you can't really use a picture like this screen, because it has the plant, it has this there, and it has myself. So the customer might be confused as to exactly what are you selling. So that's why they say that if you are selling this pen, you need to have this pen on a solid white background, so that when the customer opens the picture, they can see that you are selling the pen. So you can't have the pen with the diary, because now you are confusing the whole thing. So that's what they don't that's what might cause you or cause your application to be declined. So that whole process is called creating a catalog. So this catalog for your business is what they are going to use to upload onto your online portal. So you need to have those pictures. I know that process is very, very, very stressful. It's very discouraging, because you might apply for the same product 5 times and they still decline. You find that maybe they're not happy with the quality of your picture. You find that they are declining because your description doesn't match the picture. For instance, in one of the stuff that I am selling, the products that I'm selling, one of them got declined because I'm selling a bonnet that comes with a scrunchie, but the picture was not showing the scrunchie, it was only showing the bonnet. So they declined because the description doesn't match the picture. So if someone works with a description, then they might get something that they're not expecting, or something that they don't really intend on buying. Or if someone is buying with the picture and then the description is something else, so that they don't want that. If you are saying that you are selling a scrunchie with a matching bonnet, so both items needs to be on the picture. So you cannot have a bonnet on another picture and then the second picture is a scrunchie. So it has to be together, if you get what I mean. So if you are selling a pack of 3 pens and a diary, so you need to have all products on one picture and then send through. And again, you need to understand the sub departments. So you cannot have, for instance, you are selling a wig but it's not under the beauty and hair care products, then that will get declined. So sometimes it can be very it's very, what am I going to say, their categories are very similar. So you might think that this actually falls under this, and then they decline, they say no, it doesn't. And the other tricky part about this is that you are just getting a notification, an email and something from your online portal to say your catalog was declined, and the explanation is there, but because there is no one that you can talk to that is going to explain to you. They're only going to tell you that your sub department is incorrect. So they don't tell you that it's incorrect and it has to be this. So that can be discouraging a lot. And then the next thing is, once now your catalog has been approved, then now you need to know your prices. As much as your pricing and your product pictures has to be like one process, but it's easy for you, especially as a first time or a small business owner, it's very easy for you to stock and have all these products and have everything, and then now you are thinking, oh, I don't have prices. Then you need to now decide on, okay, how much am I going to sell this? But I will highly recommend for you guys not to do the mistake that I did of stocking, having all these things, and then I am still not decided on how much I'm going to charge each product. So then you need to have the products now, and if by all means possible, at this stage, you need to have the stock already in your house or in your workplace or wherever that you are keeping it. So what I did is I placed an order because I import, is it import? Yes, I import my products from China. So I stock via Alibaba. So that whole process can be very long and it can delay. So what I did is I started stocking up the previous year for the following year. So I applied, I did the whole process, and I stocked up, and then I only started selling on Takealot on the 3rd of January 2022. So I think while you are still doing, especially if your application gets approved the first time, I feel like that's when you need to be sure, and already you know you have had meetings with your suppliers, you understand their timelines, you understand your timelines, and you know exactly where and how and when you are going to get your stock. And then once you have the prices online now, you now need to have proper product names. For instance, there you need to, what I did before I started selling was, okay, I want to sell makeup brushes. Let me go onto the portal as a customer and just search which names or which product titles that come up often, because you don't want to sell for instance, if you are selling, let's say, just want to find an example. Let's say maybe you are selling lashes, and then on your lashes, you want to name your products. Maybe you want to say, what's the lash names that I've heard of? Maybe you want to say fancy. But if you put a title on Takealot as fancy, you might not get customers or buyers, because when people are searching, they just search lashes or false lashes. So you want to have product titles that are going to appear on people's searches. So it helps that you go and search on how do people order when you put lashes on Takealot. What do you get? What are other small businesses using as product titles? Then you need to customize yours there to make sure that whenever someone is searching, then your products come up, right? And once you have all that now, and then the system is going to ask you to then update it to say, okay, on this product, let's say for instance in your catalog you've got 10 products, so you're gonna have to go one by one and say, okay, on my lashes, on this style, I have 15 products in stock, and on makeup brushes, this style, this set, I have 3 products. You update all that onto the system. But again, before your catalog or your portal gets active, you need to then send, it's also a requirement, you need to send the stock to a 60/40 stock to Takealot warehouse. So you need to have 60% of whatever product, or for each product you need to have 60-40% sent to Joburg and to Cape Town. So this is how the 60-40 works. You need to send, let's say for instance you are selling lashes again, so you need to send 60%. For instance, if you're going to send 10, out of that 10 you need to take 60% and send it to Joburg, and take 40% and send it to Cape Town. So I believe that the Joburg DC caters for a wider geographic area. That's why they always want you to have to send more stock to Joburg and then less stock to Cape Town. But out of the 100% of whatever replenishment stock that you are sending, you need to send 60% to Joburg and 40% to Cape Town. And then after that, your catalog is going to be active, and then they will require you to send stock, send stock, and then they will tell you if you do qualify for a lead time orders. So lead time orders work like this: your catalog is going to be active if your products are sold out on from the DCs. So what happens is they will say a minimum of 5 days for you to get the stock to the DC. So if there's someone that is placing an order, so this means that this means that customers will be able to still place an order of your products even if you are out of stock at the DC. So what happens is the DC will give you 3 to 5 working days. Yeah, I think 3 to 5 days for you to deliver the stock to the DC so that they can fulfill the customer order. So once you have proven that you can do that, then Takealot trusts you more. Then you can now sell on lead time only. But from my experience, I feel like for me, because I work 9 to 5 and I've got other small things that I'm doing on the side, it becomes very tricky, especially if you are selling a lot. It might be very challenging for you to sell on lead time, because first of all, it's going to be expensive for you to ship as per order. Because if, for instance, someone in Cape Town is buying a 10-piece set that I'm selling for 290, for me to send the stuff to Cape Town is going to cost me plus minus 161 Rand with a courier. Already, that is like half of what I am selling, if not more, 50% of what the product is selling for. So already my profit is going, and even more I'm going to lose out. So it doesn't really make sense. So what I do is I try and see, so there is a lot of reports that you get from the portal which you can use to determine which products are selling more, and then you can from there decide, okay, on this product I'm going to send 4 to the DC, and for this one I'm going to send 10 because it sells a lot. Then you can do your replenishment once a month and send it in bulks than for you to send every time you have an order. So I think, you guys, that is all for today. You just need to follow all those steps for you to start selling on Takealot. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing that difficult. Anyone can do it. Everyone can do it. And I am planning on keeping on doing these videos to assist you guys if you are interested in selling on Takealot. But for now, let's leave it here for today, and I will see you guys on my next video next week. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to check if you are subscribed, and if you are not, please subscribe and leave a comment down below and let me know if you have any questions or if you would like me to touch on any topic that is related to how to sell on Takealot or selling on Takealot. Thank you, and bye bye for now.